Hello from Elif's Kitchen. Today, I'm sharing a unique recipe you might be hearing about for the first time. This is the incredibly delicious paradise jam recipe. Wash 3 oranges thoroughly. The thicker the orange peel, the better the result. Next, as shown in the video, use the fine side of a grater to grate only the orange part of the peel. Add about 1 tablespoon of sugar to the grated orange peel, store it in the freezer, and use it in your desserts and cakes later. As shown in the video, peel the oranges into slices. As I mentioned earlier, the thicker the orange peel, the better the result. Then, cut the orange peels into small cubes as shown in the video. You can use about half a kilo of orange peel. Place the chopped orange peels into a pot. Add plenty of water over them. Put the pot on the stove and boil it on high heat for 2 to 3 minutes. As you can see in the video, the bitterness of the orange is released into the yellowish water. Then strain the orange peel and discard the bitter water. Add plenty of fresh cold water over the peels again. Boil it again on high heat for another 2 to 3 minutes. Strain the peels again, discard the water, and add more fresh cold water. Let the peels sit while we prepare the other ingredients. I have 2 quinces, approximately half a kilo. Peel their skins. Then, dice the quinces into small cubes as well. To prevent the quince from browning, immediately place the diced pieces into lemon water. After cutting all the quinces and placing them in lemon water, I used about half a kilo of red apples. Peel the apples as well and dice them into small cubes like the quince. To prevent the apples from browning, immediately place the diced pieces into lemon water as well. After preparing the apples, check if the bitterness of the orange peels soaking in water has gone. If they are still bitter, boil them 1 to 2 more times as needed or let them soak for a few more hours. Once the bitterness is gone, strain the orange peels and add them to the pot for the jam. Strain the quinces from the lemon water and add them as well. Do the same for the apples. Initially, I added 4 cups of water. I didn't want to add all the water at once, so I can adjust later if needed. Put the pot on the stove. Let it boil over medium heat, stirring occasionally until the quinces soften. It took me about 30 minutes. Once the fruits softened, I added 3 more cups of hot water, making a total of 7 cups. Add 1.2 kilograms of sugar. Add a small Turkish coffee cup of currants. Add 1 stick of cinnamon and mix. If you prefer a syrupier jam, you can increase the amount of sugar and water. For a beautiful color, add 7 to 8 quince seeds and 6 to 7 cloves. As shown in the video, I placed them in a tea strainer with a lid. Alternatively, you can wrap them in cheesecloth. Add them to the jam. Once it starts boiling, stir occasionally, and let it simmer over low to medium heat until it reaches the desired consistency. At this stage, add a flat teaspoon of butter to prevent foaming and give the jam a glossy, clear appearance. Just before removing the jam from the stove, squeeze the juice of half a small lemon and add it. To check the consistency, take a small amount of the syrup onto a plate and cool it in the freezer. The consistency looks perfect to me. I boiled it for about half an hour with the sugar. Remove the jam from the stove. To show you the exact consistency, I let it cool completely. The next day, as you can see, the jam turned out amazing in both taste and consistency. Despite adding quince seeds, the color didn't turn red. This depends entirely on the type of quince. Of course, it would have looked better if it were red. But as I said, this is related to the quince variety. It's not a big issue. The jam's flavor is absolutely fantastic. As I mentioned earlier, if you prefer it syrupier, you can increase the amount of sugar and water. This consistency is perfect for me. Our paradise jam, which will beautify your breakfast table, is ready to serve. I'm sure you'll love it if you try it. If you watched my video and enjoyed it, please support me with your likes, comments, and shares. Thank you for watching and for your interest.